We are usually here on Thursdays, but we do come here randomly as and when the need arises. And today is one of those days where the need actually arises for us to be here, all right? And we are here because we want to talk about being love scammed. There's an episode that we aired yesterday of a lady by the name of Tulu who was speaking about how she was love scammed, and it's a very new, raw, fresh wound, because it happened to her from end of June. Now we're in what? Now we're already on end of June, end of July, end of August. So within 2 months, she was already scammed. Okay. I'm not sure if the person who actually requested to join wanted to join, or it's the children who joined. Yeah, I think it's the children because she's decided to exit the live. But yeah, basically that's what we are here about. The episode that we aired yesterday about being love scammed. I've been receiving a lot of DMs where people were saying that the story of Tulu is a very common story, because it seems like even the person goes, the name who scammed Tulu goes by the name of, the person who scammed Tulu goes by the name of Patrick Makua. And I know a couple of people who've been DMing me saying, listen, we've been interacting with this guy. The only reason why I survived this guy is because I don't have money. Meaning that literally you not having money is what would save you from a guy like Patrick Makua, right? And some people are saying that they succeeded. And also a lot of people have got different stories, similar stories. And the one thing that for me has always been a concern is the fact that the people who are mocking and judging and laughing at such stories, it's women, and it's a damn shame. Like, women, we try by all means. Like, women, nobody can ever make you try to look good, for each other. Like, your horns always show. Like, we try by all means to say, listen, we are women, women for women, women. But your horns always show. The people who are there boldly saying, I'm judging you, it's a woman. And I did say in a video, there's a short video that I did where I was saying that, guys, look, you make it difficult for people close to you or around you to come to you and approach you and ask for help from you and confide in you, because you are the same women who are judging other women for the same things. Like, imagine this, somebody very close to your heart, somebody like just imagine somebody you love dearly, somebody you can't imagine losing. Imagine that person going through what Tulu went through, but they can't speak because they went on TikTok, they went on YouTube, they found a comment of yours judging and laughing and mocking Tulu. Do you honestly believe that that person would come forward and share with you? And if anything happens to that person, if they end up killing themselves or whatever, then you will be the one chief mourner. You will be mourning there at their funeral, where you're even throwing yourself in the grave. And all of these things you will be doing them because, why didn't you tell me? I could have done something. I could have helped. How are you going to help somebody who's going through something that you are busy judging other people with a similar story? Like, guys, like, walk in this life with so much humility, because you don't know what people are going through. Even the person who's sitting next to you, even the person who's confiding in you every single day. Because if you can check people like Tulu, she has people around her. Even when she came to the studio to record, she had somebody with her. But during the time when she was being scammed, she was not sharing with these people. You understand what I mean? Meaning that even you, who is sitting there comfortably laughing at Tulu, there could be somebody in your family, there could be somebody very close to your heart who's going through the exact same thing that Tulu has been through, who can't share. And the minute they think of sharing, because they see a story of somebody like Tulu who is brave enough to come forward, the minute they want to share with you to say, oh, by the way, what Tulu went through is exactly what I'm going through. And they see your comment saying, shame. Who shame? You women, you are desperate, shame. Who shame? Who shame? What? Do you honestly believe that person is actually going to come forward and share with you what happened to them? Absolutely not. Number two, the very same people, you who is judging somebody else, when something similar to this actually happens to you, you can't even share with anybody. It's the same thing as, I don't know if you guys, it's just that it's an in-house squabble, nyana, sort of, that happened on Facebook, like where somebody would mock me for something that happened, and 3 years later they're facing something which is 3 times worse than what I've been through, And when you now face the same thing that you've been mocking other people for, oh, you must take care of a man. You must respect a man. Until you take care of a man and you respect a man, but he beats the crap out of you, you can't even get out of that relationship now. Because you've been saying that the reason why people can't make it work is because they're not doing certain things which you are doing. Now you make it even difficult for yourself to come out because you burn bridges yourself, when self. So this is applicable. It's not the concern that I have, Bazalwane, the concern that I have, I know that I'm very, I'm coming for you hard. But the concern that I have is that there is no gain. Like you gain absolutely nothing by judging other people. You gain absolutely nothing by mocking other people. Like, tell me one thing that you actually gain by mocking somebody. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. If anything, this person is a bigger person than you, because there are things that you are sitting on top of and you can't tell because you don't want people to judge you. Somebody who has already overcome that, the fact that they don't want to be, they don't care who's going to judge them, and you want to come here and act like you're better than them. Please, please, my sister, behave yourself. Behavior yourself, my sister. Because at the end of the day, if this is not going to happen to you, it's going to happen to somebody close to you. Like this life, this guys, I always say that this life is like a neck of a giraffe. This life is like a neck of a giraffe, is very long, my dear. You see the same thing you are laughing about today. Tomorrow, it's you. It's you tomorrow asking, how did you do it? How did you overcome this? But today you are judging. Guys, like, Halishi, like, are you not, don't you get like, doesn't your body, like your body crawl when you think of judging something you know nothing about? Like you have zero experience on something. Like you open your mouth with your full chest. Your chest like mine, which is a double D of a 38 double D. You judge. Hey guys, I'm scared of judging. I mean, life has humbled me enough, so much that I cannot judge. You understand what I mean? Love scams you only realize afterwards. When you're in it, you may not see. These stories help. They actually do help, you know. They actually do help. Because there's a lot of people who have been love scammed. And these love scammers, they know that because these are embarrassing stories you guys won't share. Imagine this. There are 2, 3, 4 people who have already come forward saying the same guy who has robbed Tulu is in my DM right now. So it actually had to take somebody like Tulu to come forward and say, I'm bold enough to share my story, for other people to actually get that wake-up call. Yet here you are. I judge you. I judge you. Where you are desperate. You are desperate. Shame on you, Bazalwan. Shame. Shame on you. Have you no shame? You know? So yeah, basically that's what I'm here about, guys. To say, listen, we don't have to judge each other because of the things that we've done in the past. Like, we all have made stupid mistakes in the past. I'm not clever in this life. We have made stupid mistakes. I wish I could say that in the videos. I wish you could say that in the videos. My sister, the thing with me is, I post a lot of content during the day. I did one short video. Even this video, it's there on YouTube. I did a short video just a couple of hours ago where I was saying, guys, there are 2 reasons why you should not judge. And I mentioned these reasons, the same things that I'm saying now. It's just unfortunate that I can't go to every single comment and comment to it and say, hey, don't judge, hey, don't do this, hey, don't do that. Because at the end of the day, even if I'm saying to you, don't judge, I'm not you. I can't control you from where I'm sitting. You understand? You will still judge. Mara, one thing for sure, and I'm not saying that I'm saying this because I'm wishing you something bad to happen to you. But I'm saying, guys, do you honestly believe that somebody in their right state of mind? Because it's easy. It's easy for you to speak about what you would do because you're in the right state of mind. You don't know the state of mind that this person was in when she did what she did. You understand? My ex-husband called me and say, I have a girlfriend. Move on, leave me alone. My girlfriend is pregnant. Ow, that's sad. Why did he even call you, my sister? Because this is an ex-husband. Why did he call you? But anyway, you get what I mean, Bazalwane, to say, listen, we don't have to be judging each other like that. We don't have to be judging each other like that. All we should be doing is just learning and be appreciative that people are actually sharing stories. They are bold. You know, people have been scammed for years. I don't know if you guys remember in the beginning of the year, we were sharing a story of a guy was it Joshua Matebula? You know, hello, Kuli, my darling. I love you so much. Do you remember the story of Joshua Matebula? A guy who was going around scamming women and beating them up and abusing them and this and that. And eventually he killed one of his girlfriends and he went and he killed himself. And after all of that, before he killed himself, he did a live on Facebook and he was saying, she cheated on me. Only for all his ex-girlfriends to come out of the woodworks and say, no, this guy is lying. He used to say the same things about us. He's been scamming us. He's been beating the hell out of us. It took women to actually come forward. So meaning that if one of those women actually spoke before Joshua Matebula killed that woman, she wouldn't have died. But today we are sitting in a situation where a woman is speaking before somebody dies. and you are judging her. You think you're better than her. Hey, nigga, please. Please. Please, 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 please. People also ignore the reality of men using muti on women to scam them. Absolutely. There's a lot of women who are ignorant. And guys, you see the one thing that's gonna kill us more than anything, ne? One, ignorance. Ignorance. Two, thinking we are better than other people, thinking we are smart. This thing of us women always wanting to compete with each other, ne? It has been drilled in our heads so much that even when it's not necessary for us to compete against each other, we are still competing. You can't compete with somebody who has been love scammed and say you are better than them, because when it can never be you. Do you know the tricks that this person used? Because guys, if you I don't know if you guys watched that story. I don't know if you guys actually watched that story. Because these people, they really prey on your emotions, you know? They prey on your emotions. You understand what I mean? They prey on your emotions. Thank you so much, is it Mosa? Mosi, thank you so much, my darling. He became crazy when I left him. Oh, okay, that mom cares why she's explaining to somebody else in the comment section about what happened with her ex-husband, you know? But yeah, guys, that's basically what I'm here about. The thing about being scammed is that if it doesn't matter how intelligent or educated you are, scammers are good at what they do. Please say that again. I wish you were here. I was gonna make you touch my boobs. I was gonna kiss you, because you are talking. People think they are better because it has never happened to them. Why? What warrants you to be better? Can you be tried and tested first? And then you conquer, then we say you are better than somebody who actually failed. You've never seen that as a situation. You've never experienced that. And then you come here and you think you are better. I can never be me. Guys, look, we're talking about a woman who's a widow here, right? A widow has lost her husband. She's got 3 children. And then she meets a guy, and don't be coming here acting like you are better. How many times do we see on Facebook where people are getting married and we are being told, Uri, you should have answered your DMs, check your DMs? How many people? Out of how many people who are actually checking their DMs, how many of them are actually coming back and saying, after the DMs, I was scammed? Because even those who are coming here with positive stories, who are sharing, they're now married, they could come here and say, listen, I was scammed. But because we only want to share the positive side, we think only beautiful things are happening in the DMs. Absolutely not. People are being scammed in the DMs. And they can't come and talk the same way that people who are actually finding love in the DMs are sharing. Because those who are finding love in the DMs are not going to be shamed. But those who are actually being scammed in the DMs, they can't share, because you guys are going to come and judge them. You're going to think you are better than them. So as I was saying that with the story of, what's her name? With the story of Austulufelo, ne? She's a widow. This guy studied her. And if you know, guys, ne? Hey, wait for this coming Sunday's episode. We're talking to I'm going to be posting a story of a lady who dated a prisoner for 15 years. Ask me how possible it is for somebody's mind to be played with for 15 fucking years. Sorry for my French. I'm so sorry, guys, but I'm so emotional because of how people are just, you know, judging Lebogang and acting like that. Not Lebogang, judging Tulufelo and acting like they're better than her. Like, criminals are smart. Criminals were born way too early in this era. They should have been born 100,000 years from now. That's how smart they are. Do you all remember Thabo Bester? Do we have a medical degree here like Nandi Pamaguduman? Absolutely not. How did he outsmart her? How? Because it doesn't matter how smart you think you are or how much education you have. Criminals are smart. And somebody who is actually sitting in a prison cell every single day, they have all the time in the world to do whatever they want with you. And please don't judge people. Don't judge somebody by saying, hey, Lena, you are desperate for love. My sister. What about the person who actually found love on the DMs? Are they not desperate for love? Somebody comes to you, now going back to the story of Tulufel. This guy comes into her DMs and they chat. And when they speak on the phone, they relate because she's a widow. She's the mother of 3 children. This guy comes and he says that he's a widower. He's a single father of 2 children. He's a businessman. They're talking like everybody deserves love, and everybody, guys, love makes us do stupid things. Even those who are actually in love now with real men that you have seen, that you're in a relationship, like a functional relationship with, you know there are certain things that you are doing which are stupid, and you are just doing them because of love. And then you want to come here and judge somebody. And then after this person has actually preyed on this person's emotions, and the moment they get them where they wanted them, they start to scam them. And also, we don't know, maybe even black magic was used. These are professional scammers, bazalwane, professional scammers. And when just thank God your bank balance is like my watch. Your bank balance is like my watch. You see the time on my watch. You see it. I'm gonna start telling you. You see what time it is. This is your bank balance. That's the only thing that saved you from being scammed. Now you wanna come here and act like you are better than Tulufel. Patumba Budim. Don't do that. Be a sister's keeper. Be a sister's keeper. Even if your judgmental muscle is there, just say, Mina, I was saved by the fact that I don't have money. Don't be acting like when you were saved by the fact that you are smart. No. They saw that you don't have money, they left you alone. If you had the money, they were going to persuade you until you give them that money. Now you're coming here acting, yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry because we all know. And there's a lady who actually came to my DMs and she said to me, my sister, you're most welcome to Lufelo, my darling. There's one person who actually came to my DMs and she said, my sister, the only thing that saved me is the fact that I don't have money. I don't have money. That's the only thing that saved me because that guy is really, really good. These are professional scammers. Then you want to come here. It can never be me. That's why your bank balance is like that. That's why it can never be you. Try having money first. Lambora. Hello, Lalo.
Hello, not Dr. Nine. I'm here to be angry with you as well. Let's vent, my sister.
I appreciate you, my sister, supporting me in my anger. I am very happy and I appreciate you.
I am here to support you. We must all be angry.
Okay.
Because these guys are super smart.
So you see, when it comes to the education that people like Tulufelo are giving us, free education. Free education, my sister. Hard and painful as it may be. And there's so many people who are actually relating. Guys, if you check my DMs, you won't believe how many people have been scammed. Mara, it took one bold woman to come forward and say, in my current situation, and you guys want to come here and act like you're bad. But also I'm seeing some really, really nice and positive comments, and I appreciate that, guys. It's not all negative. It's just that I wanted to reprimand all the negative ones which are coming from women.
Hey, that we are. We want to judge everything just because it did not happen to us.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem that we have in society as women, you know, because we always, that's why I'm saying that we always act like we want to be better than other people, and you can never be better than other people, guys. It's not a competition, this life thing. If God really just wanted us to be like you, he was just going to make one of you or make duplicates of you, and life was going to be so boring. We are all different. We all need each other to coexist. We are all our unique individuals, and can we complement each other instead of competing with each other? You are looking at her, you are looking at yourself, you're like, yo, me, I'm smart, Hashem. Hi, guys. Hi, Bazalwane. They are so smart. My bank balance was your watch, but my credit score was the target. Exactly, my sister. You see, your credit score also, it's a big problem. You see? I think during the time, I don't know, Lalo, if you were here, during the time when we were speaking to the ladies who were scammed by Joshua, who were scammed and abused by Joshua Mateola. Those ladies, they all have professions which are safe professions. They are all nurses, they're all teachers. So even if you don't have money, this person is after, because it could have been easy for us to actually go get a loan because she's got a stable job. Somebody's looking at me, this one, their pension is good. I can even marry her and pull what do you call that guy from Skim Sam who married the former principal just for the pension fund and everything. Pension fund can be your target.
Yes, your credit score can be your target.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Exactly.
The minute you have a pay slip and it's got a personal number, you are good to go because you qualify for any credit anyway. They do understand that as long as you have a personal number, you're number one priority on the list for credit. You can get the car, you can get the house, you can get anything they want. So you don't necessarily have to have money that you have physically. Exactly. You can just have the potential to have it because of your personal number.
Because look, there are so many people, guys, but like I feel sorry for you guys. Like I said, because of point number 2, where I said that it's going to be difficult for you to come forward after you have been scammed, after judging people so loudly, because people like me who are petty, that will remind you. So now, right now, you are sitting with your partner, who just married you in community of property, who is a businessman, whose business is in construction, but you have not even seen a single cent. You saw a lump sum money once of car, and you went and you got married, and with your PESAL number, my sister, you went and you got married. You think that man is not gonna divorce you next year, to get your pension? But you're out here acting like you're better than this fellow. Hey, Bazalon, you're going to come back here. You're going to come back here. I don't wish you bad. I'm just saying, be very smart. Be very, very smart about this life and be humble always. Because if you don't want to be humble, somehow life will humble you. Life does. It's not gonna hear from you.
No matter how smart you would want to be, at the moment when all is happening, you don't have your senses in order. You're not going to be thinking how smart you would want to be at the moment when all is happening.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
You're vulnerable because of the situation that you're in. It's either your hormones are very heightened because you're excited, and your logic is behind. It's on the last thing you'll be thinking of. So even when you see all the red flags, they're not very red. They're not very red. They might be very green for you because at that particular moment you're thinking, I found what I was looking for. Because they will come and pretend and act everything that you want because their goal is to get what they want.
Exactly. So and they are very patient, these people. One, I get you are thinking, hi, the one I've never seen with my eyes cannot scam me. They have time. He will come here, sit with you and marry you and stay with you for 5 years and wipe you clean and then gone. Then you'll be nachaka. Guys, don't do that.
I don't know if I had that story on your platform or somewhere else where this lady, she met this guy at the airport, and she was actually flying out of the country, but the guy was flying to Cape Town, and then they exchanged numbers because her flight was due, so on and so forth. To cut the long story short, when she returned back to South Africa, back home, the guy gave it a cool off time because he knew she was going to be out of the country, so chances are she won't be reachable. So after 3 weeks, he started sending texts, and then they started communicating. Lo and behold, before you know it, he's moving in. Now they are all lovey-dovey and all that, only to find that the guy was going to steal everything from him. The only person who saved her was a lady who came through, who is a co-worker. That she decided to confess. I don't know what happened, but apparently there were some clauses that happened in that whole situation, and then she confessed the whole thing. But she's confessing with the car being taken already. The guy claimed that he was hijacked and blah blah blah. The car was gone, only to be found in Zim. And she was thinking, oh my God, I found my knight in shining armor because he ticked all the box. Everything was okay. He was a businessman. He had money, but then he just had a hiccup, and then he had to move in, and everything was still flowing. Money was still coming in. Money that he was busy scamming other people. Turns out she was a work in progress because she had also cashed in money from an insurance policy. I think there was a parent or something who had passed on, and she was a beneficiary. That's how he knew she was for the man.
My sister, you see? And somebody's out here judging. It's sometimes, and even some of you who are busy judging here, you are on the pipeline. You are on the line. You are next in line. Then they're gonna be very patient with you. Mamu Kitwani. My sister, what's your name? Mamu Titikwan.
How are you?
Good, how are you, my darling?
Fine, thank you.
I'm angry, my sister. I'm angry.
My sister shared with me a link of the video this afternoon.
Yes.
And it's because just last weekend, the weekend before this one, there was a guy who tried that with me. I must say it was the second attempt on me, and I'm not being tribalist, as I would say. we have previously identified that the foreign guys would come with the story of their prayer room, blah, 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 blah. But there is now a new trend of Pedi speaking men.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you.
Who always end up being in trouble with the law.
My sister, the guy who scammed Tsulufelo is a petty guy who says he's from Gen First. He speaks Sepedi.
Yes.
His name is it Patrick Makua?
was also from Jan First, ne?
They're busy, yes. Even the what Matebula guy was also from Gen First.
Yeah.
And the people are out here saying, "Hey, it must be Nigerian." Nigerian where? Nigerian where?
The reason why she felt that she should share the link with me is because I had said to her, there's now a new trend of petty speaking men who are onto this, and their trend is getting in trouble with the law. Because this one was saying to me, apparently, as per his story, he is also a widower. The wife passed on in 2019 due to cancer-related issues, and then he's got 2 kids, but he's employed at the South African Army. He's based in Pretoria. Now, we were talking. He was supposed to be visiting me this past weekend. Now, that week on a Monday morning, I wake up to a WhatsApp message saying, baby, my brother-in-law has been shot and he passed on. It's like they were hijacking him or some stuff, because it was a hit, because this guy was a police officer. They didn't take the car, they didn't take anything from him, they just killed him and left him to die. Now, this was on the early hours of a Monday. During the week, I say to him, is your brother-in-law going to be buried this coming? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, how is it possible? Because as far as I know, there should be autopsy stories, and usually they take time. And he was like, maybe they convinced them to be faster, blah, 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 blah. Come the weekend, the Friday evening, he is to travel somewhere in Mpumalanga, but towards the Mozambique border. That's where the funeral is supposed to be. Now, he calls me around 8 o'clock that I'll be leaving, but I will call you as soon as I get there. Around midnight, when I start worrying, where could he be? He phones me to tell me, I have been involved in an accident. There was a guy who was riding on a bicycle. I hit him. I'm now at the hospital, Barberton. I'm now at Barberton Hospital. He's being attended to. And I asked him, how severe are the injuries? And he couldn't respond for the whole night. The next morning, around 9 o'clock in the morning, he calls me to say, I'm still with the police. I couldn't even get to the funeral. I'm still with the police. Apparently, the guy died. Oh, okay. No, that's sad. And he's like, I can't afford to not go back to work on Monday. I'm so frustrated, blah, blah, blah. My first question was, isn't there any of your relatives that you can call to come and assist you? And he said, I have made a call. My brother is on the way. Okay. He said he will update me later. After something like 2 hours, he calls again to say, I've been in talks with this detective. He's like, I can see that he's looking for a bribe. I'm going to negotiate with him, because really, really, with the army, it's going to be a very huge deal. I give him time. I was already aware of where this is going. And then after an hour, he calls me back to say, I need 6,000 rand, because he said the guy wanted 30,000. He's got 12 somewhere. He's got how much somewhere, but he's just short of 6. So that
had you met this guy? You had not met him yet. No, you guys were only chatting on the phone.
No, we haven't met each other.
Okay.
And I'm like, now, because we met through the other dating app name. I said to him, Unfortunately, I'm one of those poor professional nurses who lives from hand to mouth. At least you have something stashed somewhere. I don't have. So I cannot even promise you that I will have somewhere to go and look for that kind of money. And he went silent for the whole day on Sunday morning. Remember, this is somebody who is supposed to be in holding cells, but for conveniently so, he always has his phone with him. When you phone him, the phone rings. And you can just imagine for the whole weekend, somebody who's not at home, how is it that the battery is not even getting depleted? But I was very patient with him. On Sunday morning, he sends me an SMS to say, do you really wish for me to go to jail? And my response was, unfortunately for you, I have been in this before. I've seen this before. Just consider this as a scam gone wrong. So that was the end of it. In 2019, a story of a similar nature happened. Somebody called me, and when we were talking, she was like, we separated with the wife because she called police on me saying, I have got explosives. Apparently, that one was supposedly working at the mines. So he went home by mistakes with the explosives, and now the wife snitched on him, and then he got arrested, but he was now out on bail. It went on until the day he was to go for the final date at the court, and then he's asked somebody, like they did with Solofelo, they would ask somebody else to call you. Now I was called by the uncle to can say, yo Mchana, it's bad. They saying they have sentenced him, but the police are saying they can make a miracle. We're running short of 15,000, and I was like, I don't have that kind of money. So we really need to appreciate these people who are coming forward to
Thank you,
say,
Sissy.
this is what is happening out there. Because instead of sitting here and thinking I'm smart, I think I have been made aware by stories of the similar nature, so that when something like this comes my way, I'm able to can say, here is the red
This
flag
sounds
coming.
familiar. It sounds like I've heard something like this before.
Something like this before. So from what Solofelo has said, from what I'm saying, there is a new trend. Many men are into this as well. Let's just be careful. And I can say, from these dating sites, I have been avoiding everybody who would say, I'm French or English speaking. Then you know that it's a foreign guy. You would think South Africans are better, but with what I have just experienced, nothing is better than the other.
Listen,
long as it's online.
Listen,
it's
sis,
not safe.
Somebody actually dropped a comment on YouTube. It's just that I couldn't pick up the name because it went by very fast. Who was saying that you are an individual against an entire squad, an entire team. This is an entire syndicate, guys. It's not one person who is dealing with you. Because if you remember Tulufero's story, there's somewhere where she was talking about how her phone got hacked and this and that. So it's you against a heck of a lot of people, smart criminals who have calculated and studied you in all ways possible. So it's not just you against one person. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a group of people. In that group of people, there are Venda speaking men, there are Pedi speaking men, there are Sutu speaking men. So you guys are still sitting here waiting for a Nigerian to come and scam you. My sister, your neighbor will scam you. And you will not believe.
And you know what, Perseverance? I have a cousin who is in jail now. And during the initial stages of him getting there, he was like, you need to be careful of these things. These people are sitting in jail cells with laptops and fabricating all these things. So we really need to be careful. It's sad because as a young woman who is a divorcee in my mid-40s, you long to be with someone. You understand?
Yeah.
But it makes us very, very vulnerable. It's not a matter of being desperate, but
It's
it's a
not. I
matter
think
of
the person who was typing about women stop being desperate, she came in very late. It's not a matter of being desperate, because if we're talking about desperation, what about the women who have actually successfully gotten husbands and they're married and now they're flaunting on social media saying, I answered my DMs? Were they also desperate, or is it because Bona they were not scammed? We are all looking for love,
you
guys.
know.
Don't be coming here and acting like when you are stronger than pain. You know,
You know,
there's somebody who's
I
gonna make you
always
weak in
say,
the knees.
remember in the beginning, God created Adam, and after some time he realized that Adam needed companionship, hence he decided to make him a wife. So it's been like that. We are not supposed to be by ourselves. And
Hey.
it's not a matter of being desperate. We all wish to belong with someone, but unfortunately,
It's
it
a
has become
companionship,
very
guys. Is a
dangerous.
beautiful thing to have. That's why I always have a companion. It's just that I can't share, but I'm not even gonna come here and act like I have a companion.
My sister, I'm not laughing.
I have a companion, guys. Companionship is beautiful. Don't be coming here acting strong. You know you need companionship. Mara, just because
I
when you
mean,
were not scammed and it was a genuine thing, it doesn't make you better than somebody who was actually scammed. You get what I mean, Bazalwan?
we do. Sometimes, most of the times, you just need that someone who you can say, I had a terrible day at work, or I had this wonderful experience at work. It's just someone who you can share some things with.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of being desperate, and it's not a matter of being sexual, but we all need that someone in our lives.
You
I
know.
also wanted to add that these guys, those guys who are in prison, they have all the time in the world.
Oh, Jesus.
They are not
Yes.
busy with anything. They're not worried about paying bills. They're not worrying about what next move to make before the end of the day. They have all the time in the world to calculate whatever they want to do and execute on their own pace.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. But I wish for all ladies that we can learn from these stories. We should just watch with the intent of learning, because, like I say, I have realized that there is now a different new trend. South African men are into it with their own trend. Remember, those ones are always hacking us with the prayer rooms and stuff. And somebody said there could be black magic involved. I also agree.
Saki said that.
I also agree.
Sure.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for sharing. We really appreciate it. Also, the words of comfort. Tulufelo is here. She's watching from YouTube side. I really appreciate you guys and your positive stories, and also just comforting her. We appreciate these stories, guys. We do appreciate them, and the more we share about them, the more we get woke. This that we are now, this that we are, some of us here in the comment section, it's not us being woke. We just don't have money. You understand? We don't have money. My sister.
We don't qualify yet.
Exactly. And how do these people, wait, my sister, how do these people know that there are people who actually qualify? And they actually go for them and aim for them, and they share a story which matches their story. You understand that you are just one individual against 100 of people who have been investigating you for the longest time. They know you're a widow. They know you just sold a house. They know you just got divorced. You got your pension. They know these things about you. So don't be coming here acting smart, guys. Can we just support each other?
One other question that I liked when you asked her is what kind of stuff do you post on your social media? That also is very, very, very dangerous, because they keep track on what is going on. So by the time they come and approach you, they have an idea of who is it that I'm approaching and what possibly is this person having.
But you know what is the funny thing about Lebohang, about why I keep saying Lebohang, man, in my head it's ringing the Lukau's wife story. The reason why it was with Tulufelo, no, the difference is that she didn't really have a lot of information to share. Guys, Mina, I know that I'm always a target for crazy people because I put my stuff out there, and for some reason people think I have money, ne? But for Tulufelo, she didn't put a lot out there. This person, they must have had her information from somewhere else, and they came and they initiated conversation until she trusted them. Because you see, when it's somebody like me now, because I'm a public person, I'm a loudmouth, I'm always on social media. That means a small anyana thing, I'll post about it, you guys will warn me. But with Tulufelo, because she's a private person, they investigated and they knew, Rano, if we get this one, she's not gonna talk anytime soon. You understand? So it's not always that you need to be a public
And
person for
I
you to
also
be a
want to
target.
believe this is a syndicate thing. They're working with people who are working in banks,
Yes.
who have access to your trans unions and whatnot, because it cannot be a coincidence that they know you are cashing up either insurance, either you sold a house or
Jesus.
something. It cannot be a coincidence that they can just, because you can't just pick and choose someone by meeting them at the airport that this one has money.
Exactly.
They have to be working with someone who knows something about this person.
I'm telling you, my sister, this is more scary than you think. Like it's scary. Because it really says, or people are watching you, you are not safe. It's just that the scam or the job they're gonna do, it's gonna be a clean job because you are going to volunteer your money to their hands. Mara, they've been looking at you. They've been checking you out. So you can never be too safe and too sure. You know. But anyway, I really appreciate you ladies and your inputs. I think kind of today is a Monday, guys. We're going to have to, it's an inside job, absolutely, we're going to have to wrap it up for today. But I just want to say thank you so much for people who have been, you know, leaving positive comments and just supporting Tulufelo. Please, if you can, if you know anything, if you know anyone, if you can help in any way, please come forward and let's help our sister out here, and also many other people who are out there who are just share these videos, guys, so that we can be aware. Because clearly it seems like the more we are living this life, the more there are people who are actually living behind. We are leaving other people behind who are not aware. Because if everybody was aware, we wouldn't be having cases like the one at Sulufed. You get what I mean? So let's keep sharing this information. And also, please don't forget, Bazalwane, before I forget, on the 19th of October 2024, we are meeting at Virtuals in Doni Lodge. We're having a Mommy and Me event where the kids are going to be having fun. It's a fun day. The kids are going to be playing. We as the mummies, we're going to be sitting down having heart-to-heart conversations, like healing together with our children and not leaving our children behind. This is one vision that has been in my heart for the longest time, where I feel like we as women, we are gathering here in things like this and we are healing, we are getting better, we are getting woke, but we are leaving our kids behind. So I want us to take our children with us as we are healing and becoming better parents and becoming better people. You get? So please come through Virtuous in Doni Lodge. Check out the pin post on all my social media platforms. You'll see 19th of October 2024. We are in Midrand, Glen Austin. All right. I'll see you guys on the flip side. I don't know whether we'll be able to do another live before Thursday, but our usual live times is Thursday, every Thursday at 7 p.m. So I'll see you guys there. Lalo, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you long time, babes. I'll see you very soon. Wena Lalo.
Please, I am waiting.
Okay, darling.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.